Hello, it's Sally here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a stitchery project. First of all, I have already filmed some of this and I've gone and deleted it. I've just realised what I've done. So I'm kind of, before I go any further, I thought I'd just come back on again to explain what I'm doing. So it's really frustrating. I don't know how it happened. I needed to free some space up on my iPad and I just went delete, and then you know how you delete again and everything without checking what I was doing. So I could have kicked myself, but it's one of those things. It's happened, so I just dealing with it. So anyway, I'm taking part in Annie Claxton's Arty Farty Annie Stitchery swap. I have done it before. I did it probably last year or maybe the year before. I can't remember now. I've done the first. I did the first two. They were kind of like little 4-inch squares of stitcheries, and I swapped quite a few people and got lots of lovely swaps back. This time I'm just doing the one. It's lovely Diane, who I actually do know Diane because she comes to my workshops, and we've met. And she messaged me a couple of weeks ago now probably, and said, oh, would you like to be my swap partner? So I said yes, I'd love to do that because it's kind of like coinciding with what I'm doing anyway. What I'm doing, let me just grab my hang on one moment. I was doing this a couple of weeks ago, which is my piece called The Cottage and the Tall House. You might have seen this. I didn't video it. I just showed photos, and I think I've done a little short as well on it. And when Annie announced the project, excuse me, I've just eaten a biscuit and a crumb's got off my throat. When Annie announced the project, I thought, oh, Home Sweet Home. It's kind of like coinciding with this, so I'm kind of taking elements or inspiration from this piece here. So what I did was, in between projects, when I'm not really doing anything or I'm thinking what am I going to stitch next, I actually take like offcuts and just patch them together to make kind of like a base fabric for them to work onto. And this one's been hanging around for a couple of months because I've not used it yet, and I was twisting it round and just having a look to see what was there. And there's two little shapes here that look like little cottages, so I thought, well, that would be ideal. So what I've done already is I've gone round the pieces of fabric and just defined the cottages really, and put the windows in and the doors and the chimneys, and that's a little bit of a hickledy-pickledy one, but I think it's really cute. And because this project is called Home Sweet Home, I thought I would just sew that down here. When I was doing the previous video, I was kind of like flitting around trying to find out where it would go, and because of my plans for everything else, it sat quite neatly down there. So what I did was I just wrote it on a piece of paper, Home Sweet Home, or just Home Sweet actually, because they're the same. I use those twice, and then just traced it on, and then just used my friction pen, which, although I'm going over it, so you probably won't be able to see it, but it can be ironed off anyway if needs be. So that's kind of where I am at the moment. And then with this, what I'm doing is, put it this way around, I'm just doing little satin stitches over the lettering, and it's making a nice effect there. So that's all I'm doing on this one, just like up and over. It's taken quite a long time, but I love to just have a little project like this on the go and just sit and stitch with it and take my time with it. So that's what I'm doing. I've done some in green and a little bit, because it was kind of like all samey, just wanted to put a little pop of colour just in this corner. So I'm doing that second home in a brighter pink. It's actually the pink of the front door for this one here, and the green matches the green door on this one. So that's kind of where I am at the moment with this. What else was I going to do with this? Yeah, first of all, I was going to, the sun on this one, let me just show you this one here, is kind of like a patchy type thing with, again, just satin stitches around the edges. So I was going to do something like that with some swirly, like sun rays as well. And I was thinking, where on earth do I do that? And just having a look, see, I was going to do it here maybe. But then I realised that I've actually got a circle in the middle of this already. So I'm kind of going to use this. It's got some sun rays already. So I'm going to kind of like make some more. and that's going to be my sun shining down on the cottages, and that's really where I'm at the moment. I haven't got any more plans than that. I think that's quite a lot of stitching to do, and then I'll probably do some decorating around it, maybe just some crosses down here and some other stitches around the edges. I don't want to do too much, but I'm just having a look to see what I like. So I was kind of like thinking, I've picked out some lovely colours here, and they're all like the pinks and a little bit of brown and greens there. So I like those, but I didn't pick out a yellow, so I need to actually go back to my colours, which I'm going to do in just a second, if you just bear with me for 1 minute, and see if I can find a nice yellowy colour. I don't want anything too bright that's going to be too stark. I'm just looking at that kind of colour there, and oops, caught up that kind of colour. That's quite nice. That, yes, I like that as well. These are all tiny bits in here. Just trying to get one more out if I can. That's a bit too bright, maybe. No, I'm not happy with that one. And like for maybe something a little, you know, for the hotter rays of sun, maybe that one. That's quite nice. I like that. And what else have I got? I've got that one there. Is that too? That's too much. No, not that one. Hang on, just sorry, the box is just clattering around. I think that one's too bright. Did I just try that one? Yeah, I think I tried that one. That's no. Nope. I want to kind of go a little bit mustardy in colour now. What else have I got? That's virtually the same, isn't it? Not far off. You met possibly. Oh, I think I found them a mustardy. Yeah, no, I'm going to take that one back. Mustardy and kind of like that. I think that'll do actually. There's quite a lot of colour there. Just put those out of the way. So, and if I kind of gather those, they kind of like go. I think they kind of like go. They don't jar or anything like that. So it's going to be quite a harmonious piece, I think. So using this, I'm just thinking, do I want to put any scraps of fabric in it like I did the other one? I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to use thread. Just thinking. Now, because I've only got little pieces, what I can do is kind of like take one strand of this and one strand of that and kind of pop them together, and that will kind of make more, yeah, make my thread go further if I do that one. And one strand of this. I might just have to cut that down a little bit, but I can use that for something else. And I'm just going to leave that kit. That's just got another needle. So what I will do is I will leave a link to Annie's, Annie Claxton's YouTube channel, just so that you can see for yourself if you don't already know what she's doing. And she's also got a Facebook page and a Discord community as well, if you wanted to join those, all free of charge, of course, to see what's going on and maybe join in. And you just go on there and ask people to swap with you, or there's people already asking to swap, and you just say, yeah, I'd like to swap as well. I think it's all around the world, but I think at the moment, because of the postage situation in the US, I think we're being encouraged just to not the US people to stay local, I think, to their country. Well, it's not the postal dispute, is it? It's the customs tariffs are all in disarray at the moment, aren't they? So what I'm doing here is I'm just using a back stitch, and I'm kind of like following the line already that's there, and just going round, make a circle, and then inside I think I'm going to do seed stitch. That will be quite nice. I have also got a hoop. It can make it easier if you get a hoop sometimes. Let's just put that on. And the seed stitch are going to be all different colours as well. So what I'm going to do is, let me just finish that stitch there. So, yep, seed stitch, just little seed stitches, all in different directions. I always find with seed stitch, don't think too much about it, just place your stitches, and then you can always come back and fill in if there's any gaps. So that's what I'm going to be doing for a while. It's going to take a while to do all this. And then what I'll also do is, it's already got some rays, so I will go around with some yellows and the mustardy colours that I've got, and the peachy colours on that. And I might also, what I will do is in between, like I did, let me just show you this one, where I did this one here. You see all these swirly bits. So that's what I'll be doing here as well. So just like, okay, that kind of thing. And then go all the way around, all different, so it doesn't look too uniform. And then go towards the houses. I think some rays on the house, sun shining on the house. And then I will see where I am. I think I don't know what else I'm going to do. I might do more, who knows. So see how it looks when I've kind of like done this and just finish that off as well. So I'll be back soon. I will try not to delete this video. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye, take care. All right, so I've got a little bit further now. I have finished off the sun, and I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. I'm just going to stand up so I can make sure you can see everything. I love how the pattern of the fabric has appeared like that. I love that. And so I've gone and done a seed stitch in the middle, and then just this double back stitch in swirly patterns all around it for the sun's rays. Then I had a look at it, and it was still feeling a little bit bare. So I've just drawn some trees up here, which I'm liking as well, in the same kind of stitch. And just standing back and having a look, I just think it just needs a couple more bits on it before I'm finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some flowers on. So all I'm going to do with that is just like a circle, and then some petals, a circle, and then just round and do some petals. I'll do one up here. And then maybe one here. It's a little bit harder to draw on. A bit harder. Okay, yeah, one there. Maybe one here. Right, I'm going to do those and see how I feel after that. So all I'm going to do is just use, what have we got here? I've got some pink there. Got any more pink? I think that's all browns. Okay, let's grab the pinks. Let's use this one here as well. I might use some yellows actually, but yellow as well. So how many threads have we got there? Let's take one off. I think I've got two there. Right. Okay, so I think I might leave the centres blank and do the centres in the yellow. And then all I'm going to do is just go round in a back stitch. And I think I might do that twice as well, just to keep with the rest of the stitches. And then I think it's about done. I might just sign it and date it. And then I think it's going to be done. Apologies if you hear background noise, it's my family. They don't know I'm filming. I usually warn them that I'm filming, and I didn't warn them that I'm filming, so they don't have to be quiet. But I think I'll probably just pop off camera to finish this off. So I'm going to go around with the pink and then do the centres in yellow. And then I think what I might do is just type my name, put it down one of the edges. So I'll be back in a bit to show you what I've done. Right, so I have now finished the flowers, and I have just put a little greeting on and signed it just there for Diane, and that's all ready to gift now. So this will be going to Diane soon, and obviously by the time you see this video, Diane will have already received it, so I'm going to give this to her first before I post the video. Obviously I want it as a surprise for her, so as soon as she receives this, then I will, obviously you will see it as well. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed me doing this little project. Again, it's it's part of the Arty Farty Annie swap, and it's called Home Sweet Home. The link is down below if you want to get involved, and I think that's it. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.